James Toney comes into boxing at 160. He comes from 160 up to heavyweight. And let's assume that, let's give him 220. So now what he's talking about 60-pound jump, right? 60 pounds. If Floyd Mayweather did that, coming in, coming in at 130, for Floyd Mayweather use his Philly shell in the same way, right? He would have to win, let's say, let me be generous, not even cruiserweight. Let me give him super middleweight. He would have to win the super middleweight title, not in catch weight. You see my issue here?
Yeah.
One guy's, and I'm going to tell you how this happened. And all your viewers need to thank you. Thank you. May Allah save me from any kind of arrogance. They need to thank you for this interview, because what I want people to learn how to do is to train and not be fans. To train and not be fans. And I'm using that as a segue into this. Why was James Toney able to carry his Philly shell into a higher weight class and jump over the amount of weights or the poundage that Floyd wouldn't be able to do? Because Floyd has a blocking Philly shell, and James has a no hands defense Philly shell. That's where a lot of people miss. James obviously had to block and absorb punches to the body, but he preferred to slip clean punches. And whenever he could, he would fold under the left hook. That allowed him to move up in weight. Floyd would not be able to move up 60 pounds in weight because he's withstanding all of that pressure of every punch, not only to the body, but to the head. And the maximum weight he could go up to was basically 154 pounds because he has a blocking Philly shell rather than a no hands defense Philly shell or slipping or evading Philly shell. So this is why I say, if you look at what the Philly shell was meant to be, what it was meant to be, then James Toney is more of a pure Philly shell based on what it was meant to be. It was meant to evade punches. It was also meant to use the torso to evade punches. So to the degree that you're moving your legs, you're not using the Philly shell. I'm going to say that again, not to you, but to your followers. To the degree that you're using your legs, you're not using the Philly shell. The Philly shell was designed to, one, go that way, go forward, but also to retain your position so you can counterpunch. That's why you would have the swivel, which is why they call it the Detroit Rock. The Detroit Rock comes from the rocking back and forth from your hip, right? And not using your legs. So James likes Floyd, but he has hinted at what he doesn't like about Floyd's style. And one of them is that he moves his legs a lot. It's okay to his fans, it's okay. But why does he move his legs a lot? Because if he stands there, he has a blocking defense and he's going to keep getting that wear and tear, that poundage on him. So if you're looking at the Philly shell, purity of the Philly shell, the Archie Moore type of boxing, the Benton type of boxing, right? And yes, a lot of people don't know, they're going to be in for a surprise. The Dick LaMotta type of boxing, okay? Then you're looking at James Toney. You're not looking at Floyd. So in my opinion, pure Philly shell, James Toney is the modern day master of the Philly shell.
It's interesting actually, because you've mentioned Roberto Duran. Duran's first fight was at 119 pounds, and then he went up by the end of his career. He won the middleweight title weighing 160 pounds against a big middleweight in Iran Barkley. Crazy. And then you also mentioned about James Toney not using the legs as much. He was also considered one of the greatest fighters on the inside, and so is who else? Roberto Duran, who you mentioned also uses the shoulder roll, which you've touched upon as well. So it adds up there, doesn't it? With the Duran and Tony both being two of the best ever. on your pocket.
Kudos to you for what you just said, because we would have ended this video without me bringing that up. You just brought up inside fighting, man. Inside. That's part of Philly Shell.
Yeah.
That's all part of Philly Shell. Inside fighting. So you bringing that up was, people need to hear that.